We're here to talk through this Nanro signpost puzzle by Grant Fikes called Rectangles. And if I haven't mentioned before, I'll mention at least here. Signpost, I think, is the most natural form of clues for this puzzle style. And if I could actually rewrite history or at least change how Nanro is typically presented, I'd default to this style because you can then give information about a region, but you don't have to give specific positions. And the positions would make a theme like this very hard to construct. But what I'm seeing from Grant is a lot of these 3s on the left side and similarly a lot of 4s on the right side, and they lead to the starting points for this puzzle. This 4 means that we can't join across this edge, we can't join anywhere across these spaces, and so only in these cells can this 4 connect. And on the left side of the grid, only in this cell to this region can this 3 work because it's blocked to the top and to the right by another 3 clue. So the start to this puzzle is seeing that we must take these, and that blocks off this cell because 3s can't touch, so we must come this way. Everything else must join into this 3, so this is forced to be a quick shape on the bottom. And something similar on the right side. We've got to join these 4s this way, this coming across, all the 4 cells coming up. On the right side, it actually does a lot more for us because these 4s leave just behind these 4 cells, marks off the cell, which now can't take this corner, and we take these. So all these work out. I tend to not write as many numbers in the grid, but maybe I'll write numbers where these things touch. We have a 4 touching a group of size y. Y right now is 3. It can't be 4, and so once you actually see it must be 3. Mark this off, mark this in. We now are hitting a group of size 2. It will have to take one of the cells that connect to this 2 to finish and stay connected to the rest of the Nanro, but taking the top cell doesn't work, so it comes over here, and now we get a group that we're going to have to join into, but it's not equal to 2, so this is a 1 or a 3. Now we skipped over and didn't do as much on the left as we could. Besides this leftmost rectangle having an issue of connectivity, this top rectangle also can't join except through this cell to this 4, and also through a consecutive set of cells to that 4. That marks all these off. The 5 is given for sure at the start, and it's also the only cell that remains that this 3 group can connect with. Once we actually know that these are part of the Nanro, only one more from these can be part of this 3 group, but you can take these 2, that now marks across this edge where a 3 can't touch a 3, that marks these in, which marks these off by the 2x2 rule, or by the 3s touching to 3s rule. That marks this in. This 3 now is also now finished and comes down here. And finishing this group is going to give us the next place of progress because we now have a 3 group that would become part of this 3 group if they touched, and that's not going to work. So this is forced to be a 1. It can't touch to this region of size 1, so this comes across as a 6. We couldn't, except in the signpost style, clue this as a 1 without putting a little 1 here unless we gave the exact position for it, and that's not as neat. So what we're working in this puzzle, and why I like the signpost rules, this one carries a lot of weight. It gave a disconnection here, and now it's forcing us to take just one cell as we join to this group up above. And notice it has to take this corner cell and connect straight up for that to work. That marks these in for this side of the puzzle. Marks this off, and we're now at a place where we've got a few things we can look at. Maybe the first is to see this 3 group can take only one of these cells, always takes this cell. But the main thing is going to come from these groups connecting, and a point of tension is probably recognizing something about this group. This group right now cannot be a size 3 because of the 2x2 rule enforced from above. We can't have all these marked in green, but it can be of size 2. So it can be this 2, or it can be a set of 1s. And the question across the 1s is how would it connect through these groups? It can't connect to this 1 down below or to the 1 to the right if it did that. And so of an overall thought about connectivity, notice if this cell is taken, all these are marked off, this is marked off, and now this can only be of size 1. And so there's no way that this group crosses this border, and now the rest of the Nanro is all disconnected. And so if you see that this cell can't be taken, then this can't be of size 1 because it can't join to the group below. This must be of size 2. That forces these cells, marks this off. The 1 is going to have to connect through one of these cells that touches to what's in green, but it's not crossing across this edge, so it takes this cell, marks this off for connectivity. We now must take this cell from the right group, and after we see that this is a 2x2 rule, this will be the last in the Nanro, and this will be the last shaded off. And we're through this fun puzzle. So hopefully you appreciated how the signpost style is a really elegant use of the clues. In general, definitely this rectangles theme and all these repeated numbers on the left and right were the way Grant set up this really elegant Tuesday level challenge. So hopefully you got something from watching this video, and we'll see you again soon.